Hey, Dustin Tibbetts here, financial advisor with Jazz Wealth. How you doing today? If you want to do a Roth conversion, think about this, right? Just let me help you out here for a second. It doesn't matter whether you're 20 years old or 60 years old or even older in retirement, right? You really got to think through this. We've dealt with a lot of Roth conversions, and things come up. The more times you deal with something, the more little nuance you recognize. If you're going to do a Roth conversion, tip number one, the simplest thing is, and this is the most common misconception, if you do a conversion, it has to be done in the calendar year that it's supposed to count for. See, it's tricky because you can make a Roth contribution in 2023 for 2024, right? You're able to do that. And the reason is because they give you up till the tax deadline there. So, you have time. Well, a lot of people think that they can convert right before the tax deadline and have it count for 2022. That's not the case. The IRS very clear there. You've got to do a conversion in the year that you want it to count for. So once we get to the end of the year, it's done. Now, tip number two, don't rush this, right? Don't do a Roth conversion because everybody else is doing it or because you're like, I'm going to be in a higher tax bracket when I retire. Right now, if you do a conversion, it counts as ordinary income, right? So tip number two here is it counts as ordinary income, which you'll pay taxes on. But think of all the things that it could mess you up on, right? The Roth IRA contributions, just new dollars you want to put away, well, you can only do that up to a certain income level, and it depends on whether you're married filing jointly or single or whatever. So if you do a Roth conversion and it counts as ordinary income, you may have now too much income. Let's say you make $150,000 and you convert $150,000, right? You're married filing jointly. Now you're ineligible to contribute to a Roth. No new dollar for 2022 can go in there. If you've already contributed to that Roth for the year, well, then those dollars have to come out, right? So remember, ordinary income. For those of you that are older, right? Tip number three, think about Social Security. If you're going to convert for some reason, when you're deep in retirement, if you're not already paying taxes on some portion of your Social Security, it's likely going to mean that 85% of your Social Security check is taxable, right? So remember, ordinary income, if you convert. With that in mind, it could also affect Medicare, right? Your income went up on paper. So if we can, when we're younger, if those kids watching this and all, you may want to do the Roth conversions now. If for some reason you're not already contributing to a Roth, or maybe you just had a 401k or something, right? So keep that in mind before you start doing Roth conversions there, right? That's a big one there. Think of all the other things in your taxes. This may not apply to everybody, but the saver's credit for low-income earners there. Okay, well, if you happen to do a Roth, tiny little Roth conversion, and you were eligible for the saver's credit, that's up to $1,000, right? Maybe $2,000 if you're married. That conversion could cause you to not get that credit, right? Because your income on paper now was too high. So all those things, just be careful with before you do a conversion. And most importantly, do the conversion in the calendar year. There is no going back. If we hit 2023 and you want to convert for 2022, there's nothing anybody can do. It is just simply not an option, right? I hope this helped. Hopefully you're working with a financial advisor that's helping you get your dough straight overall. If not, I hope you'll consider us here at Jazz Wealth because, well, we're here. We're, ready to help and stuff. And I'll wish you a good rest of your day. We'll be back later for the closing beat. So that's 5 o'clock Eastern time on our YouTube channel, live stock market update show where I try to teach you stuff as well. I hope you'll join us there and enjoy.